enjoy it.
Where would you like to see yourself in, I don't know, call it 2 or 3 years? Like, what if everything goes according to plan? What do you want it to look like?
So I have a tentative plan. Essentially, I want to have either a location or build a shop on like a property, um, where it's just everything that I do is in this one location, and we'll have separate rooms for everything. I'll have all my recording stuff, all my gear, and then we can have a room that's just a blank room to turn into any kind of set we want. We can make it look like, bring in a bunch of sand and palm trees, make it look like Hawaii. I don't know, just something to have a room for that, and then have like maybe one more room for the second channel stuff, the Dickie Dine Show stuff, and then just have a team that goes there 2 or 3 days a week, and just 8 to 10 hours. We just do content. We make sure everything's good with patrons and promotion, and if we're doing songs or videos or skits, planning that all out and just doing that, because I think that's really sustainable as long as we can
Hmm.
put out content people want to watch, of course. But that's kind of what I see. And so I'm in the process now of getting to a point where we can have enough funding to do something like that. And
Yeah, that sounds expensive.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, if it's gonna, if we want to like, because the thing is like, I don't know what else I would do, because ever since I
Right.
was 12 years old, I've just played guitar, played drums, recorded in a studio, and made videos. And it's like, I don't have any like life training. It's like, am I gonna go to college at 35? I guess I could, but so it's like, if I want to keep doing this, which, like I said, I do genuinely and love doing it.
I mean, you're one of the best people in the world at this. Why would you? Why would you stop?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thank you. That's a great praise, but
I
I
mean,
feel,
you are. I mean, it's just a fact, you know.
yeah, I think my biggest problem has just been being consistent with a lot of it, because it is a thing where, of course, it pays the bills and everything, but when I want to have fun, and when I do it, of course, everyone wants to have fun with the jobs that they do, but
But you have to have fun because,
yeah,
like
if I
if
don't,
you're
people
not
can tell.
exactly,
Yeah,
it's different.
100%.
We've all had jobs that weren't that fun, but if you're whatever driving a forklift, it doesn't matter if you enjoy it or not. You just got to get the job done. But with the
Right.
stuff you do in particular, because it's funny and entertaining and stuff, if you're like bummed out, it's not going to be funny.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a different world. It's not so hard physically, but it can be definitely mentally very draining if you're doing things that you don't want to do. So that's always been kind of like a big priority for me, is to make sure that it is something that I want to do. So when the content comes out, the fans and the people that follow me are getting the best that I can do, and not just some
Yeah.
half-assed garbage. You know what I mean?
You've also
So
been doing this so long that I feel like you were pretty early to this. I guess we'll call it like, I don't know what you would call it, like guitar entertainment kind of content as opposed to just like instructional sort of stuff. I think you were pretty early to that, which I feel like, it's pretty saturated now. There's a lot of people that have done that sort of thing. And so the bar is higher. You can't just do the same stuff that you were doing 7 or 8 years ago. You've got to keep getting better. So what you're
right.
talking about is like, the Mr. Beast of like guitars, what it sounds like to me, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I always fight myself with coming up with ideas, making sure that they're not overplayed. When I first started, it was like 2013, 2014. There was maybe like three or four of us doing comedic metal video. I mean, Stevie T had a few videos, but he wasn't posting consistently.
Right.
You had like Jared Alonge. He was doing some comedy metalcore stuff, but there really wasn't that many people. And then yeah, for until probably 2017, 2018, I think, is when people really started jumping on board. Maybe even a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, if people can see, oh, like he's making a living doing this, I could probably do it too,
Yeah.
which is cool. Um, you know, and but yeah, it obviously oversaturates the the market. So it's like you see a person doing, oh, like 10 ways guitar players do this thing, and it's like,
Right, right.
that's been done 10,000 times. But so I that's why I wanted to do more stuff like the mansion thing, where it was like, I don't think I've seen this, happen
Hmm.
in the YouTube music world, really. Even if it bombs, no one watches it, people hate it. Like, at least we tried. And that's kind of where I'm at, is like, let's just try. Let's just
Yeah.
try a bunch of whatever. Because like I have a bunch of ideas that I've had in my phone. It was funny. I was talking to Steve about this on our podcast, and he says that his hardest thing is coming up with the ideas. He has no problem doing all the work, which is funny because I was like, well, I can sit and come up with 1,000 ideas. I fucking hate sitting there and making it happen. Like, maybe we should team up, and like I'll feed you ideas. You could be like a content farm or something. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's been a fun ride. It's been a lot of fun.